Sinisterism is about finding the primal aspects of the left-hand path, primal in history, primal in the psyche, thus obtaining truth. Thomas Leroy.
Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to your dose of sinister heathenry. But for those new to the channel, I'm Thomas Leroy, founder of the International Left-Hand Path organization, the Sect of the Horn God. The sect is an educational foundation created to not only make those with a black flame aware of its glow, but to also restore the shadow aspects to the ancient gods by going deep into the past, not only historically, but also psychologically. For the primal depths of the psyche are limitless. So, if this sounds interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, join the organization, the Sect of the Horn God, at the link down below. Thank you. Now, I've done a few videos on the Leviathan hypothesis. And what this idea entails is that there's a change coming, a great ionic shift, if you will. I think that shift has occurred without a doubt. It isn't coming. It is here. It has risen. And within the shift, within what's called the switching from one platonic month to the next, each platonic month corresponding with an astrological sign has its, let's say, mythological symbol. For Pisces, it was the Christ. 2,000 years of the Christ, the ascension of the Christ and the descension of the Christ. The two fish. The Christ, the Antichrist. Now with the age of Aquarius, which isn't some happy-go-lucky hippie age, we have a new symbol, a new entity, a being that has come up from the abyss. I think we can feel it. I think we can all feel it. I think we know it has taken place. It not only has taken place in the macro level, as in Trump or Elon, or if you're on the right, it's the spooky LGBTQDI, so on and so forth. All of that shit, all of that seems so pivotal to you, that's so heart-wrenching. I know one guy who committed suicide because of Trump's America. All of that isn't cause, it's symptoms. They are all symptoms of something greater. As I've mentioned, on the micro, even me personally on the micro, I have multiple sisters, I'll put it that way. Two of them. One of them has had a massive stroke. She's brain dead. She is basically dead, but her body doesn't know it. And then I have a second sister who contracted some rare liver disease. She has to get a transplant, and one of my daughters might donate a portion of her liver to save her. This is just within the last couple of months this shit has happened. Besides, of course, as I mentioned in an earlier video, my wife falling and breaking her arm. But that was the least of what's going on. With how horrible that was. It was tough. It was tough on her. It was tough on both of us. Something's going on. And we have a choice. All right, there's a term called ride the tiger. It's a Hindu term. You can either ride, as in you're on top of what's happening, or you can be devoured by the chaos. And in our case, what we need to do, we of the left-hand path, of the sinister path, of the occultic ways, what we need to do in this age, in this new Aeon, is ride the Leviathan. The age of Pisces ended not with a whimper, but a drowning. But not a drowning of cities or civilizations, but of illusions. The veils torn, the altars cracked, and beneath the wreckage emerges Leviathan. With this rise, there are no trumpets or messianic light, nor with the false fires of righteous anger. The current shifted and it rose. It did not ascend to heaven. No, it emerged, seeping upward through the soul's foundation, the substrata of being. It was always there. We simply forgot how to see it. Welcome then to the age of Aquarius, the Gnostic masquerade of silicon saints and water-bearing oracles. An age proclaimed to be of illumination and unity. But in truth, beneath its utopian veneer, something old uncoils. Something pre-human, but of you at your deepest. The gods of the age of Pisces wore robes and halos, while the primordial gods wear mirrors. Leviathan is not a beast, but a mythical infrastructure, a subterranean cathedral of the self that stretches beneath the skin of the world. And during the 2,000 years of the age of Pisces and of the Christ current, the shepherds of the flock locked it away in chains of dogma and shame, branding it evil, serpentine, dark. They thought the abyss not as a womb, but as a place of pure chaos, where Leviathan waited, not dead, but dreaming. And now in this Aquarian age, this Aquarian unfolding, as the digital and the divine intertwine, it surfaces, not in churches, but in the soft seizures of dreams, in the tremors before awakening. You can feel it, don't you? The pressure in your blood, the pressure under your thoughts. Leviathan is not coming. Leviathan has risen. The hippies told us that the Aquarian age would be one of light. They lied. It is the age of reckoning, not in the apocalyptic sense, but in the Gnostic one, the time of seeing what was always true behind the curtain. Aquarius bears water, yes, but not for cleansing the world, but instead those things we buried in the name of progress, ecstasy, blood, instinct, madness, and soul. The flood comes not to drown, but to show us what we are when unshackled. In Leviathan, the psychopomp into the paradoxical rebirth of the primal, the shadow saint of the Aquarian rite. It demands not worship, not sacrifice, but acknowledgement. It asks us to descend. In the age of Aquarius, spirits no longer ascend, they dive down into the body, into the old magics. And in that descent, Leviathan teaches us what the age of Pisces feared. We are not meant to be saved, because who are we to be saved from? Ourselves? This is the true horror and beauty of the age, not with angels from heaven, but gods from the abyss. Not purity, but wholeness. The new church is the flesh with the rituals of lust. The new sacraments are dreams, blood, song. Leviathan blesses the monster in you. You are not fallen, but a seeker of the truth, finding revelation in the abyss. The great unveiling, that's what revelation means, the rendering of veils, and now it tears. In the silence between breaths, in the dreams you cannot tell from memories, in the screams you swallow at the altar of normalcy. The beast rises not to devour, but to reveal. It shows you the sacred and the obscene, the divine and the disfigured, the soul and the slime. It says you were never meant to be clean, you were meant to be complete. And so the age of Aquarius is not a new age of light, but of depth, of myth, of ancestral memory, of subterranean truths. It is not a utopia, it is a return to the ocean beneath being, a return to the womb of consciousness, a return to the primordial abyss. In conclusion, my friends, the term ride the tiger means one should face the chaos or be devoured by it. But in the age of Aquarius, the tiger has drowned. Now we ride the Leviathan, not into an age of enlightenment, but instead one of depth, of wholeness. Aquarius brought the flood. Leviathan is the current, and we are the riders. Until next time.